Previously on Horizon Zero Dawn.
Would you learn it now?
Of course. I'll always learn what you have to teach.
There has been some trouble recently. It affords an opportunity to learn this lesson, but it will be dangerous. You must come prepared, or you will die.
Opening a gate for an outcast?
Some who are shunned reaped honor before disgrace.
So much for tribal law.
I spoke to no one, and now we must both keep silent, for we are outside of the embrace. These are the true wilds, Aloy, with threats unlike any you have ever faced.
That carcass. What sort of beast was that?
The tribe calls it a sawtooth, and it's something new. Something angry. Since they first started appearing 10 years ago, they have killed many braves. Follow the path. It's not far.
That cabin. What happened to it?
A machine, that's what.
What sort of machine does that?
The sort of machine you're hunting.
I'll watch your carcass. I'll harvest the parts.
Watch your surroundings. Farther now.
Why are we the only ones out here tonight? Why can't the tribe's braves hunt this machine?
They did. The kills we passed are theirs. Tomorrow, they will hunt again.
They won't need to. This machine will be my kill.
Or your death, if you're not careful.
Entire lodge wrecked by sawtooths? How many were there?
I didn't bring you here to answer questions, Aloy. I brought you here to deal with that. That will be for you to decide. This hunt is yours to make, Aloy. Yours alone. No matter what happens, I will not intervene. You understand? You are on your own.
I should stay out of sight. I can use the tall grass to approach. Okay, let's see. Where can I place my traps?
Okay, so this is the first true boss of the game. We have to kill this sawtooth. What I'm showing you here is actually the safe strat. You stand up on this rock, you just shoot this thing. I think you're only going to do maybe between like 12 and 18 damage. It'll run off into the distance, run back down the same path. You just keep shooting it. If it actually comes up to you and gets on that rock with you, then you can go to the other side of this trail, and on the right, and there's a bonfire with a rock beside of it. You can actually stand up there and do the same thing. So this boss is really not that difficult. I chose to be more aggressive here and trust my ability to roll out of the way and get some hits in with my melee. I think I also get maybe 1 or 2 shots in quick with the bow as it's charging me. I just wanted to experience this boss this way. I think the first time I did this boss, I used the tripcaster because that's kind of what the game is enticing you to do, and I kind of wanted to go against the grain this time around and just get down here and melee with this fool. This was actually the first time I had tried to melee against a sawtooth. I did encounter him in the world map in my first run, but I didn't really spend too much time tinkering with him. I just kind of ran past all the enemies on the world map just to get to the next objective. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna get in here and trust my melee, trust my dodge, and see if I can get through this. And it wasn't that bad. Basically what I'm doing, again, just treating it like a Dark Souls boss. There are ways to entice these enemies to keep doing the same attack. That's with all the enemies in the game. So once you know that, you can kind of manipulate what they're doing. And what you see me do here is I'm basically running, I'm going all the way up to the boss, and then I'm running away toward the camera. And as it's, so like let's say I'm running to the left toward the camera and it goes to do that jumping attack at me, I'll roll to the right. If I'm running to the right toward the camera and it jumps at me, I go to the left. I feel like I get a little bit more clearance when I do that with my roll versus if I went in the same direction that the sawtooth is going. It just, to me, it gives me more clearance. Another thing that I'm trying to do here is there's this weird mechanic with the lance, or the spear if you will, that like you see me taking a wild swing right there where I was swinging it, but I was nowhere as close to the enemy. Well, what'll happen sometimes, and I think this happens here in a second, I'm about to hit this sawtooth and I actually hit it through that rock down there, but you kind of float toward the enemy, and you can do it at a pretty good distance, and it's almost magnetic. And you can close the distance on them real quick with that R2 without having to be right up on top of them. I think it's right, it's not here, I think it's the next attack I do. It's not this attack, yeah it is. See how I close the distance right there? And I do it again with this next attack, I believe, when I knock this sawtooth through this rock right here. See how far I am away, and then I just kind of glitch up there? So you're gonna see me do that a lot in this run. With these bosses, but we're about to take this sawtooth down, and that takes care of that fight.
Why did I bring you here?
Not to answer questions.
Aloy.
Survival requires perfection. It was a test to hone my skills against a dangerous new machine.
No. Follow. These are Nora hunting lands. They must be protected. If you hadn't destroyed the sawtooth, how many braves might it have killed or injured tomorrow? The lesson lives within the question, Aloy. For years, you've trained to win the proving, but only for yourself. As a brave, it will be your duty to fight for your tribe.
My tribe? You said I wouldn't need them.
But I never said the tribe wouldn't need you. The strength to stand alone, Aloy, is the strength to make a stand. To serve a purpose greater than yourself. That is the lesson you must learn. And remember it. After the proving, and after I'm gone. We're finished here. Follow.